Welcome back to Jaggin Out, Jacksonville's fifth best YouTube coverage. And this is an instant reaction of the Jaguars' win against the Colts. Cheers to that, baby. We are kings of the AFC South right now. I got my wine glass. I'm battling a little bit of a cold, so bear with me, but I'm official now. My wife got me these sweet blue lights. And like I said in my preview, I think someone needed to take the Colts out of their misery. I feel bad that it had to be us to take the Colts behind the woodshed and put them down like Old Yeller, but that's exactly what we did. In my game prediction, I thought that we would put them down like Old Yeller, and we absolutely did. What I mean by that is, if you have ever seen the movie, Liam Cohen was like the mom in the movie and provided a gun to Trevor Lawrence, which was his right arm. And he was slinging the ball around, just beating the shit out of the Colts, and we put them down like Old Yeller. Trevor with his sling, just throwing the rock and just absolutely demoralizing the Colts. I don't have an issue with the Colts, honestly. I talk a lot of shit on this channel. It's by far the worst coverage you'll find about the Jaguars, but I banter a lot, and I don't personally have an issue with any of the Colts fans. You guys are salt of the earth people. I hope you all make it back to Indianapolis safe, but here's your L you can take with you. Take your loser team with you too. I digress. You guys are okay. They're by far my favorite opponent of the AFC South. They're not chodes like Texans fans or losers like Titans fans, but someone had to put their team down, and I think that team's really spiraling. I was a little worried today because I'm also a Notre Dame fan. You can see the helmet up here, and the College Football Playoff Committee absolutely took a big shit against Notre Dame today, and I was worried when Danny Dimes, RIP. I hope you get better seeing Danny Dimes. So I was worried when he went down and I saw a Notre Dame quarterback come in the game because I felt like something bad was going to happen again related to Notre Dame already getting shit on once and keeping them out of the college football playoffs. I'm not going to talk about that, but we are surprisingly bad against backup quarterbacks. We've already got the business earlier this year by Davis Mills, who has a surprisingly long neck. I don't have that. Long necks are only good for backup quarterbacks and being Calvin Klein models, which obviously I won't be either of those in my lifetime. But he gave us the business, and then Jake Browning of the Cincinnati Bengals, the second best cat team in the NFL, gave us the business as well. Jake Browning, he's only good at beating the Jags and having a hot girlfriend. Besides that, he's pretty mid. So I was extremely worried when Daniel Jones came out on the field, and I thought maybe for a minute he was going to do something against us. He was pretty squirrely at Notre Dame, but it's good to see he still has a noodle arm. And yeah, we just beat down the Colts this week. It was great to see, and I haven't been a fan of the Jags for so long. I've been a fan since 2018. I endured the Urban Meyer shit show where he was literally kicking our kicker. I've endured him instead of flying home with the team after the Jags visited Cincinnati and they got their asses kicked. Instead of flying home with the team, he went to an Ohio bar, and we needed a tight end at the time because ours was hurt, and he found one in that Ohio bar. I also endured the Doug Peterson shit show. Which slowly unfolded and was a bad coaching decision in Jaguar. But we finally got our guy, Liam Cohen, and we're playing some damn football in Jacksonville. And our team was just electric today. Hats off to the fans that went to that game. It was wet as hell out there. It was definitely wetter than my wife on our wedding night. It was insane. It was definitely wetter than the Tijuana whorehouse, and you could tell the play was affected by it. There was lots of fumbles. There was some uncharacteristic shit like Jacoby Meyer dropping a pass. I never thought I would see that. I thought that, I would see a Jaguar Super Bowl before him dropping a pass. So you could tell the conditions were pretty rough out there. So hats off to the fans going out there. I thought about going to the game, but I have a 4-year-old, and it makes it extremely tough with the weather being shitty and going to the games and kind of managing him. So hats off to the fans going out there to watch that dismantling and putting down the Colts like Old Yeller. But starting with the defense, my gosh, these guys are starting to really come on. Josh Hines-Allen and Devin Lloyd, they're absolute units. Like, those two scare the shit out of me just because they're absolutely units of men. They must be on tren or some type of steroids because they scare the hell out of me. I wouldn't want to piss them off. Honestly, if they like knocked on my door, I would let them do anything except maybe sleep in uh, my bedroom with my wife. That's kind of where I draw the line. But besides that, they scare the absolute shit out of me. And they're scaring opposing defenses too. Like they're getting back there. They're beating the hell out of quarterbacks. Josh Hines Allen got a safety today, and he's really coming on in sacks. Devin Lloyd had another interception. We're going to have to pay that guy the bank. We can't let him go. He has the potential to be one of the better linebackers in the league, and he's young, and I'm glad that we actually had a draft pick that's kind of panning out for a change. That's something that you rarely see in Jacksonville. I really need to get a tripod. That's the next thing I'm going to invest in this channel is a tripod. I think I owe you guys that instead of me holding the camera. My camera is pretty old too. It's like an Android. It's from like 97. It's almost as old as me, but I digress. The Jags had a very good game defensively. Like I said in my pregame, I thought we were going to shut down Jonathan Taylor. We have like a 10-game winning streak against these bums. I know I don't want to talk shit about the Colts, but we have a 10-game winning streak at home. I don't know if the Colts will ever beat the Jaguars at home. Even bad Jaguar teams beat them, and this one's pretty damn good. But yeah, I said that we were going to stop Jonathan Taylor, and we turned him into Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the Disney dude. It was pretty great to see. He wasn't going anywhere. I think he might have got like a touchdown, maybe just to help some fantasy teams, but we stopped him, and then we neutralized Danny Dimes. I hope he gets better for the Colts' sake. I would much rather the Colts make the wild card than like the Texans. I absolutely hate the Texans. That's a video for a different day, but yeah, we neutralized Danny Dimes and Jonathan Taylor. Hats off to the defense. Awesome performance from them. And then I want to start handing out some apologies to my man, Brian Thomas Jr. I know I've talked a relentless amount of shit about that guy. He's single-handedly ruining my fantasy football teams this year, but that man came to play today. I don't know if Jacoby Myers has been like rubbing off on him. Or he's maybe got him some like crazy glue to put on his gloves, but he was out there balling today, and we need you, Brian Thomas Jr. Cheers to you, buddy. This is my sincere apology. My wife told me to apologize to you because I've been talking a lot of shit. BTJ, we need you, and I need you more than ever on my fantasy team. I have you in 3 different leagues. I kept you over Jonathan Taylor in my legacy league, and ironically, I made another bad decision. I make a lot of bad decisions, but I decided not to start Brian Thomas Jr. today, and he ended up having a pretty good day. The only thing he didn't have was a touchdown, but I feel like that's coming. He had almost 100 yards receiving, but I owe you an apology, and my dude, I'm sorry. I'll try not to talk crap about you anymore. I said that Brian Thomas Jr. couldn't catch clap on 103rd Street. He surely could now. Go down there, my guy, and get some of that, my dude. No, don't do that. We need you. Stay healthy. That's another thing. I don't need you catching that and being out next week. But he had a great day at the office. Jacoby Meyer, he caught a touchdown. He's always good for that. He had one drop, which was a little disappointing to see, but overall he was excellent. I just couldn't imagine what this offense would look like if we had Jacoby Meyer, Brian Thomas Jr., and Travis Hunter. I don't know if there's a way to keep all those guys in Jacksonville. I'm even saying keep BTJ now. I'm so sorry, my dude. But God, this offense is really cooking, and this should be the standard for them. All our players look good, and I usually do a full length video of like my Jag of the week, my turd of the week, and I give some game stats. I'm kind of feeling a little rough this week, maybe mostly because of the college football committee shitting down my throat. I think they gave me a little bit of a sore throat. That's why I have some cough drops here, but really I could pick any player as the player of the week for the Jags. They all had an amazing game, but I'm giving it to Mr. 16 right here. That guy gets zero respect. I've been trying to defend him. I've never called him trash. Even Tim Patrick's sister, who's Tim Patrick's a wide receiver on the Jags, his sister called him trash at one point this season, and I think people need to owe that man an apology. Trevor Lawrence might not be the best quarterback. He might not be a top 10 guy. He might not be a top 5 guy, but he sure as hell knows how to win football games in Jacksonville. And That's hard to do. I mean, he's about to lead the Jaguars to the playoffs again, and we're about to get in uncharted territory for the Jags. We're about to have a 10-win season, a double-digit win season. We might even compete for the number one seat in the AFC. We have the Titans again. We have the Colts, who probably are going to be out with without Danny Dimes. We have the Jets left, who play a running back as their quarterback in Justin Fields, and then we have the Broncos, who are surely a tough game, but we're not going to get any respect from the national media at all. But this team is really starting to ball, or as the kids say, really starting to cook. And I definitely really needed this in my life because with the college football selection today, I was very itchy of just taking my car and going to the Buckman Bridge and jumping off that fucker. But the Jags have fully restored my faith in football, and that's the team I'm rolling with the rest of the year. I love you, Trevor Lawrence. I have his football autographed and autograph helmet back here. I got the blue lights. I got the jersey on. I'm even growing out a mustache for how long that the Jags keep this winning streak. Mostly because it pisses off my brother and my not my mother. Holy crap! And my wife really thinks that it looks attractive on me. But the Jags. I hope this thing turns into a big bushy feller because we win the Super Bowl. I don't see us losing anytime soon. We've been playing our lights out. Apologies to Brian Thomas Jr. Apologies to Trevor Lawrence if I ever had any doubt in you, my man. They call it the Trevor Lawrence shit show, but I think those days might be coming to an end. We need this man just to stay consistent. We don't need Trevor Lawrence to get us like 300 yards passing. We don't need him to get us like 3 or 4 touchdowns. We just need like what we had today, like 270, 260 yards passing. No interceptions, just looking calm back there. And what was really refreshing about today, and I don't know like if Liam Cohen is finding more faith in Trevor Lawrence, but we were throwing the ball deep today. Like, we were taking our shots, and he was throwing a pretty decent deep ball. He was throwing some in the bucket to Brian Thomas Jr. He was throwing some in the bucket to Jacoby Myers, to Tim Patrick, that bum. I kind of owe that bum, Tim Patrick, an apology too. All right, so last week I called out Tim Patrick because his sister called Trevor Lawrence trash. Tim Patrick usually gets 0 receptions, zero catches, 0 touchdowns. He's usually an absolute bum. But he had a good game today. He had like a catch, which is phenomenal for him. So I'm sorry, my bum. You're a good dude. And I guess I'm throwing out all the apologies today. This is my apology tour. They'll probably make a Taylor Swift song about me apologizing to all the Jaguars I've talked shit about, but my dudes, you make me happy. You've made me happy on a sad weekend, and I love you guys, and I have nothing but full faith in you guys going far in the playoffs. I think we're going to make the playoffs. Here's my bold prediction. I'm saying it right now on the Jaggin Out podcast right here, and home of the Jacksonville Jaguars' 5th best YouTube channel. By far the shittiest coverage, but I have a lot of heart, and thank you for anyone that watches these videos and listens to me rant. I'm saying this right now. We're fucking winning the AFC South. You heard that. Fuck the Texans. If any of you Texan fans are watching, you're absolute bums. More than likely going to prom with your cousins, which is fine. You can do that down there. And then Titans fans, I hate you too. Like, absolutely garbage people. They ruined my family vacation in 2023 when I brought my family up to. I said this in another video, but I brought my family on a family vacation up to Nashville to their shitty stadium, Nissan Stadium. Sorry, I stuttered there. Yeah, I brought them to Nissan Stadium, and it was supposed to be a nice family vacation. We lost the game, whatever, but these two Titans fans like verbally abused me for the entire game and talked shit to my son, and then somehow topped it off by hitting on my wife after the game. I understand she's pretty hot, but fuck you guys, and I'd put that's where I draw the line. But I don't have any problem with Colts fans. I hope you guys all make it back to Indianapolis safe. I hope you can make the playoffs somehow. I really do. I have a few Colts fans. They're good people. But I'm glad you caught an L today. Don't ever come in our stadium and think you're going to win. We could lose in your stadium. That's all right. But not in Jacksonville, not in Duval. I'm really proud of this team. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I might do a longer video going over more intimate details of this game, but I'm trying to put this one out quick as my instant reaction. I am so proud of this team. The defense is on fire. I really hope that the offense continues the way that it's going. I didn't even talk about ETN. He's starting to look electric as well. You're my dude. My first Jags jersey I ever got was an ETN jersey, the #1 classic. I love all you gents. I'm sorry for the crap that I talked first in the AFC South. We're going to make the fucking playoffs. Let's go, Jags. Duval. Like and subscribe to Jaggin Out.